Hi, good afternoon students and welcome to Bridge Course Bio classes. Yesterday you wrote the examination very well and many of you have sent the answer sheet also. I think 30-40 members have sent their answer sheets. On the basis of previous 3 video classes we conducted the examination. One is the seed germination, another one is the human breathing mechanism, and another one is the how the respiratory gases get transported in the body. So on the basis of 3 video classes yesterday you wrote the examination. Today by 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock by the time itself, so I will send the key answers as well as the your mark list also. So in the group I will upload that one. Today let me consider another beautiful mechanism that already have studied in our life process chapter. But thing is, in the life process chapter you studied the morphology or a little bit anatomical features of the human heart and how the double circulation is going to occur and how actually the circulatory system is present in our body. Regarding those concepts, those aspects regarding you already studied. So let me look into the further details of that particular mechanism, how actually the heart is going to beat. That means cardiac cycle, regarding the cardiac cycle, how actually the heart is going to beat. And along with that one, today you are going to see one more important the aspect related to that cardiac cycle. So cardiac cycle means heartbeat just, and heartbeat it is occurring continuously, rhythmically, not at one moment, continuously it is occurring. Since it is rhythmic, since it is occurring continuously, we will consider as a cycle. So cardiac means heart. So cardiac cycle, regarding that cardiac cycle, in order to relate to that one, so there is another important gram, electrocardiogram, or we will consider as the ECG, electrocardiograph in the medical field. So whenever we go to the big hospital, at that time the patient will be subjected for the testing under the ECG test. So ECG, that is particularly concerned with the heart, and how the ECG is done, electrocardiograph, how it is actually done and how its a mechanism is there, ECG related to our heart. So let's today look into these two concepts, right? Today let me consider heartbeat, or also considered as the cardiac cycle. Right, cardiac cycle or heartbeat, both are same. As already you know, the heart, human heart, how many chambers it is having? Right, 4 chambers it is having, and already you know the structure also very well. So heart structure, neuron diagram, and human digestive system, respiratory system, all the diagrams already you have seen in our life process chapter itself. So today okay, just for the brief introduction, here I am drawing a very representative diagram of heart, not thoroughly, not with all the details, just in order to get the idea how the heart is there actually along with its chambers. Yes, if we consider the human heart, it is the myogenic heart. What its meaning, myogenic heart? Myogenic heart means the heart or the heartbeat which get controlled by the heart itself, heart muscles. So those heart muscles are very special here, and here the special heart muscle is considered to be the cardiac muscles. Cardiac means, keep one thing in your mind, cardiac means it is related to heart, something related to heart. Cardiologist. So cardiologist means the person who is having the specialization in heart treatment or heart related aspects, the doctor, cardiologist, right? Yes. Yes, not exactly so. Actually here I have drawn a representative diagram, rough diagram just. So here the human heart is considered to be the myogenic heart. One thing, the human heart is myogenic heart. So what it indicates, myogenic heart, there are two types of hearts, neurogenic heart and myogenic heart. Neurogenic heart means that is totally controlled by our nervous system majorly. That means how the nervous system is going to work, on that basis the heart is going to beat. So that is neurogenic heart. But our heart is myogenic. Myogenic heart means even though our nervous system get damaged, even though our nervous system is having some problems with it, then at that time also heart is going to beat its work. That means heart is controlled by a special muscles, cardiac muscles, and there are special nodes inside the heart. Those nodes are continuously beating. Those are not directly depending on the nervous system. So hence the heart is considered to be the myogenic heart. As already we know, the human heart is having 4 chambers, 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. And if you consider the fish and amphibians, in those cases the heart is having 2 chambers. In case of the reptiles, heart is 3 chambered except crocodile. In case of the crocodile, we can see the heart seeming to be having 4 chambers, but partially chambered. But in case of the birds and mammals, heart is 4 chambered. Okay, this is my question for tomorrow's question. Why we are having total 5 classes: invertebrates, fishes, amphibians, reptiles, aves. Aves means birds and mammals, right? Out of these 5 classes, birds and mammals, these 2 categories are having a 4 chambered heart. Remaining are having 2 and 3 chambered heart, like that. What is the importance of 4 chambered heart in case of these classes? This is my question, right? And here we are having a total how many chambers? 4 chambers. Out of 4 chambers, if we cut the heart, if we dissect the heart, we will get 2 parts, 2 portions. So this portion is right side. Always look the diagram in this way. This is right side and this is left side. This is right and this is left side. So here the upper chambers are always called as the auricles or atrium. The lower chambers are ventricles. So here on that basis, this is the right auricle and this is the right ventricle. This total portion is right side. Right and left side are separated by a septum. In between there is a wall, septum wall. And this one is left auricle and this one is left ventricle. So total 4 chambers are present here. And one more thing, compared to auricles, ventricles are the bigger chambers. Along with that one, ventricles, the wall of ventricle, this wall is more thick and more elastic, more thick here. Why it is more thick means, ventricles work is pumping the blood, auricles work is receiving the blood. Are you getting my point? Auricles work is receiving the blood, ventricles work is pumping the blood. So when heart is going to pump the blood, it has to pump all the parts of the body. That means the blood has to reach a maximum distance inside the body. So for that reason, in order to pump the blood to the maximum distance, so here the walls of the ventricles are thick compared to auricles, and ventricles size is bigger than the auricles, right? So here the auricles work is receiving the blood. 2 types of bloods in our body. One is deoxygenated blood, another one is oxygenated blood. On the basis of respiratory gases, just we have differentiated oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood. So here if we consider this side, here deoxygenated blood is entering through vena cava. This is vena cava, right? And these are the pulmonary veins. So vena cava and pulmonary veins, both are the veins. As already we know, we are having 3 types of blood vessels, right? Which are those? First one is artery, next one is the vein, and the third one is the capillary. Majorly artery, veins, let us consider. Artery means it is the blood vessel, but blood vessel means small thin pipe like structure which will carry the blood. Its work is carrying of the blood. That indicates blood will not flow toward the body in all the places. Blood is passing through a particular tube like structure, pipe like structure, just like how the water is flowing through the pipe. So there are majorly two types of pipes, artery and veins. Artery work is carrying the blood away from the heart. I'm telling you once again, artery blood vessels work is carrying the blood away from the heart. Veins work is carrying the blood towards the heart. Right? So here these two are the veins. These are the veins. Veins work is bringing the blood towards the heart. So pulmonary means lungs. Another meaning of pulmonary is lungs. That means here the blood is coming from lungs to the heart. From the lungs, if the blood is coming, means it must be carrying the oxygen. That means here oxygenated blood is entering this side. Which blood? Oxygenated blood. This side, here vena cava, it is a big vein, biggest vein. So vena cava, again the superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, two types are there here. Superior vena cava brings the deoxygenated blood from upper body parts. Inferior vena cava brings the blood from lower body parts. So vena cava work is bringing deoxygenated blood towards the body, towards the heart. So it carry deoxygenated blood. Right? Now, just I am giving some mnemonics, peg word like structures. Upper chambers are auricle, lower chambers are always ventricle. So for that, keep in your mind. So remember this symbol A and V. A, upper side, it's a inverted image V. A, V. Auricles are always upper chambers, ventricles are always lower chambers. Right? And one more thing. Auricles, what is the work of auricles? Receiving of blood, both deoxygenated and oxygenated. Auricle chamber work is receiving of blood. For that one, I am giving this peg word AIR. Auricle is receiving of what? Blood, both oxygenated and deoxygenated. Auricles, auricle work is receiving. Then what about ventricle? Ventricles, VIP. Ventricle is pumping what? Blood, pumping both deoxygenated and oxygenated blood. Auricle is receiving blood, ventricle is pumping blood. AIR, VIP. Keep these peg words in your mind, then you will not confuse with which one is a receiving chamber, which one is the pumping chamber. You will not get any confusion with this. And one more thing, which side is receiving deoxygenated blood? Deoxygenated blood means blood majorly having carbon dioxide. Oxygenated blood means the blood majorly having oxygen here. Then keep this word in your mind, do. D-O, do. Always will write in that form, D-O, do. D-O. This side deoxygenated, this side oxygenated. D-O. Right? So keep these things in your mind. And here the human heart is considered to be the myogenic heart here. Right? And here if we consider the human heartbeat or cardiac cycle. The cardiac cycle majorly it is having two stages. That means one heartbeat, lub-dub sound. One heartbeat means it is having two stages, two steps. The first one is systole and the second one is diastole. Systole and diastole. Systole means contraction. Diastole means expansion, relaxation. It is contraction and it is relaxation. Heart chambers are contracting, relaxing. Relaxing means expansion. Okay, let us consider. contraction, expansion, contraction, relaxing, systole, diastole, systole, diastole. Two steps are present here. In the systole, again we are having two types here. One is auricle systole, another one is ventricle systole. Yes, two types we are having, auricle systole and ventricle systole. Auricle systole means the contraction of auricles. Ventricle systole means contraction of ventricles. After this systole get completed, we will come to the diastole. Diastole means heart will take the rest here. So heart will relaxed. It will not contract. So it is a diastole stage. During the diastole stage, the blood enters, both are deoxygenated and oxygenated. So keep one thing in your mind. Let us consider. Now this side deoxygenated, this side oxygenated blood enters, comes to auricles chamber, both right auricle and left auricle. When blood get collected, at the time actually the heart is present in a diastole stage. It is in a resting stage little bit. Okay, now the blood entered here. Then when blood filled more here, then these valves, what these valves are? Bicuspid and tricuspid valves between the auricles and ventricles. These valves will open. When these valves will open, then automatically the blood comes to ventricles, right? When the blood comes to ventricle, at that time ventricle is present in the relaxed state, that is the diastole, right? Now the blood comes totally here from auricles to ventricles. When 80% of blood from auricles comes to ventricle, how much? 80%. When 80% of blood will comes downside, then slowly automatically the auricle chambers will contract. So that is the auricular systole. Now the total blood comes to the ventricles. Now inside the ventricle pressure will increase. Why? Because the blood is filling continuously. When the pressure will increase, then automatically the blood pumps outside because the ventricles are contracting. That is ventricle systole. Next one, right? So auricles contract first and next ventricles will contract. When ventricles will contract, blood goes outside. So which blood is present here? Oxygenated. This side deoxygenated. The oxygenated blood, it goes out through the aorta. So aorta is the biggest artery in our body. Aorta, it is carrying the total oxygenated blood from the heart to all the body parts. It is going to right here, this one. The blood is pumped like this, and this artery, it will again further divide and goes to all the body parts. Deoxygenated blood, it is pumped out through the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary means lungs. Artery means away from the heart. Away from the heart means towards the lungs. So here deoxygenated blood is going towards the lungs for oxygenation process. So like that, systole and diastole together we will consider it as one cardiac cycle. One systole, one diastole. Here diastole means actually joint diastole. Why? Because auricles and ventricles together they are going to relax. Joint diastole. So joint diastole and systole. Systole means contraction of both. So systole plus diastole. Let me write here. Systole plus diastole together form cardiac cycle. And as already we know, heartbeat per minute. Let me consider a few calculations. Heartbeats per minute. How many times heart is going to beat per minute? Per 1 minute. Yes, it is going to beat 70 to 72 times per minute. That means within 1 minute the heart will beat 70 to 72 times. One heartbeat means one cardiac cycle. One cardiac cycle means one systole and one diastole. Diastole means relax, the heart will relax at that moment, right? Or one cardiac cycle means 72 times. And one more thing, here there is one more term, cardiac output. Cardiac output means how much blood is going out from the heart after the contraction of ventricles. That is cardiac output. This is cardiac cycle and this is cardiac output. Cardiac output means once the heart pumps the blood, how much blood is going outside, right? Per heartbeat. Per heartbeat. Okay, let me write here. 70 ml blood per cardiac cycle. Here cardiac cycle means heartbeat. Once a heartbeat means 70 ml blood goes outside. How much? 70 ml. From this side, 70 ml blood. Now, per minute, heart is going to beat 70 to 72 times. Let me consider the round figure 70. Normal heartbeat per minute 70. Per one heartbeat 70 ml blood is pumping outside. Then per minute how much blood is going outside? So we can simply calculate that one. 70 ml into 70 cardiac cycles or heartbeat. Then how much this one? 4900 ml per minute. That means for 1 minute the heart will pump 4900 ml. Say for example, suppose if I consider 72 beats per minute means it comes nearly 5 liters. Our entire body, normal healthy adult body, it will be having 5 liters of blood. How much? 5 liters of blood. That means it is nearly equal to 5 liters. See, imagine how much the heart is very efficient. That means within 1 minute how much blood is present in our body. How much here? Nearly that is 5 liters. So this is 5 liters. 5 liters of blood present throughout our body get pumped in 1 minute. That means 5 liters of blood, it will enter the heart and goes out of the heart within 1 minute. See, that much of efficient this one is. And if you calculate the time, per minute 72 times or 70 or 72 times heart is beating means, then what it suggests? 0.8 seconds per heartbeat. Per heartbeat the actual time is 0.8 seconds. And out of 0.8 seconds, 0.27 second, this time is for systole, right? 0.27 second. And 0.53 seconds, this is for diastole. 0.8 second for heartbeat. That means once if the heartbeat means its time is 0.8 second, right? There 0.27 second for systole, 0.537 second for diastole. If we count together means it becomes 0.8. So just think here, actually systole time is 0.27 second, diastole means resting time. Heart is rest. At that time heart is at the rest position. Resting time is 0.53 second. That means compared to working time, heart resting time is more. In that sense, tell me, this is just for one heartbeat. Per minute if we consider, how much time heart will take as the rest per minute? This is my second question, right? Yes, along with that one, there is one interesting aspect. electrocardiograph, or simply we will consider it as the ECG. ECG, X-ray, MR scanning, like that. One more is there, ECG. ECG, bigger one machine will be there. I think most of you have seen in big hospitals, right? So if we consider how the electrocardiograph is done, what is this electrocardiograph actually? So electrocardiograph means it is a technique to identify if there is any rhythmic change in the heartbeat of human beings. Per minute, normally it has to beat 70 to 72 times per minute. But if this rhythm get changed means, then we can identify something get problem with heart. If something is there a defect in the heartbeat means, automatically there are lot of defects in our body. Why? Because this is the vital organ for our body. So that heartbeat rhythm we can find with the help of cardiogram, and even normally we can find by holding here at the wrist. So doctors usually they will hold the wrist and they will count the number of heartbeats, not exactly for 1 minute, for few seconds they will count whether it is normal or not. And not only for that one, Nadi Vaidyaru. So Nadi Vaidyaru, they are majorly concerned for checking the heartbeat pulses. So here the pulses, we can get the pulses here at the wrist, and here we can get the pulses here also, and here we can get the pulses at ankle also. In many places we can get the pulses. So we can check the pulses here exactly. What exactly they are going to do means, they are going to take 3 electrodes, electrical wires. So those electrical wires tip, we'll call them as a node regions, bud-like regions. Electrical node or bud-like regions are attached here, one here and one more here at the wrist regions, and one at the left ankle. 3 nodes, yes, or 3 leads. 3 leads are connected there, and that is total wires get that is set with the even electrical box. So that electrical box is having one electrical signal, straight electrical signal. That electrical signal will fluctuate whenever it is disturbed by other electrical signals. So keep one thing in your mind, when heart is going to beat, it is producing electrical signals. Our heart is producing electrical signals. Those electrical signals are used by the ECG machine. Inside the ECG machine, so when electrical wave is moving, inside the box you can see that one. So you can see the movement of electrical signal. So that electrical signal get disturbed when heartbeat electrical signals are matched there. In that sense, you can see this kind of movement. Right? So this is the line of electrocardiograph, ECG lines. So in a machine you can see this one. Most of the films you have seen this one, this kind of movement, electrical movement. So here if you want to analyze that one means, yes, like this one segment, just one segment I have considered here. Just one segment I have considered here. So the electrical signal is moving right like, but at one particular moment it get disturbed. It forms a peaks like this. Yes, just imagine water surface. If we consider, now the water surface is very calm. It is not having any disturbance. It is very calm. Suppose if you throw a stone means in that water, then it forms waves. Like that, here also electrical wave is moving, that signal is moving, but because of the electrical signals produced by the heartbeat, so it get disturbed. And we have to count a number of peaks, then it indicates number of heartbeats. So here the first peak, this is the peak. So let me consider the first peak as P. This is the P peak. P. here the peak suddenly get downward here. Let me consider this one as Q, and here the elevated mark, this total peak, let me mark it as R, Q, R, S. So the first small peak let me consider as a P, and the large peak denoted by 3 letters Q, R, S, and here one more small peak is there. Let me consider next one is T. So here P peak indicates this is the auricle systole, auricle systole, P. Next, as already I have told you, ventricle chambers are bigger and their contraction is considered to be the measure here. Why? Because it is the pumping the blood, hence peak is larger one. QRS, QRS, it indicates ventricle systole, auricle systole, and this one is ventricle systole. That means auricles contracted, blood comes downside, ventricles will contract like this. There is one more peak here, T. So this T peak is ventricle diastole, right? This is the diastole, actually ventricle diastole. That means ventricle systole, ventricles contracted, next ventricles will relax, relax means blood will go outside. Then where is the auricle diastole? Actually when this process is happening, the auricles comes to the normal stage. So here we will get the diastole stage as well as the systole stage. Diastole and systoles together form one cardiac cycle. That means from P mark to T, P to T, this is totally considered to be one cardiac cycle. This kind of 70 or 72 marks we can get in 1 minute. Then we can say the heart is normal. If the person is died, then automatically mark become like this. If the person died, that means if the heart beating stop. Why? Because there is no disturbance in the electrical signals. So these peaks, by observing these peaks, we can say one heartbeat. That means it is this ECG is very helpful to find out whether the person is having any heart defects, whether if he is suffering from any heart problems, heart attack or heart stroke. So in such kind of cases we will easily go for this ECG, right? And afternoon time I will announce the result, mark list along with the key answers. And in tomorrow's class, let me consider another major concept related to the circulatory system itself. Yes, thank you.